The death toll from riots in Uganda's capital has risen to 21 people. Police in Kampala say 7 people injured in the violence have died at local hospitals since Saturday. At least 14 others were killed as rioters and police clashed late last week. VOA's Ndiho has more.
The violence started Thursday with clashes in Kampala between government forces and royalists of a traditional Ugandan kingdom, Buganda. Days later, some shops remained closed in the capital city's center and in nearby suburbs. And even after the main violence ended, there were still sporadic confrontations between protesters and police. Despite such incidents, Ugandan Police Chief Kairi Kihura says his officers are under orders to use minimum force.
To minimize the likelihood of serious injuries from gunshots or escalation of violence, I have directed the officers involved in maintaining law and order, the ones on patrol, whether foot or on wheels, not to use lethal force, specifically firearms, to disperse unarmed civilians, and lawful assemblies, because it's not necessary.
Police Chief Kihura denied reports that police had arrested the King of Buganda, known as the Kabaka, or his Prime Minister.
This is absolute rubbish. We have not done anything of the sort, and we have no intentions of doing anything of the sort.
Yet some Ugandan youth seem determined to take on the police.
We don't have weapons, we are not such men, but if the government tries to stop us, friends, we are ready. We young men, we are still brave, because if you see the chest, we still having heavy chests, that means we can fight in any way.
The unrest broke out after authorities tried to ban the King of Buganda, one of Uganda's 4 ancient kingdoms, from traveling to Kayunga. The Kabaka has largely ceremonial powers but has great influence with Bugandan youth. He called off his trip late Friday. Analysts say the row centers on a power dispute between the government and the kingdom. Kampala resident Stella Naluja says all she wants is peace.
And people to calm down. The president should sit and talk with the Kabaka of Uganda so that things are settled. All we want is peace, because people are dying and jobs are put to a standstill.
Emi Mukama is another Kampala resident.
Today, I think, as in for the last 2 days, according to what has happened, of course we expect a lot of deployment within the city, but also we expect people to sort of riot again, because today was the D-Day for our traditional leader to go to Bugerere. So we are expecting reactions from both sides.
Uganda's media has been caught up in the unrest. Armed men picked up a prominent television talk show host on Friday. Police deny arresting Kalundi Selumaga of WBS television, but his disappearance came as police ordered 4 local radio stations off the air after Police Chief Kihura said sectarian broadcasters had inflamed the violence. President Yoweri Museveni reinstated his country's ancient kingdoms and he is credited with restoring peace and economic growth. But critics accuse him of rights abuses, high levels of corruption, and political repression of opponents. They say his refusal to leave Uganda's political scene is threatening the country's future. Ndiho, VOA News.